the smartest film critic in the world, Cole Smithy.
Hi, this is Cole Smithy with ColeSmithy.com and your guide to what to see and what to avoid at the movies this week. Writer-director David Ayer's World War II drama is a gritty European-style coming-of-age picture that reminds us how much war has changed in the past 65 years, and yet how much remains the same.
If you think it can't get worse, it can, and it will. The dying's not done, the killing's not done. I promised my crew a long time ago I'd keep them alive.
Even if the American soldiers who fought in the Good War were as blindly subordinate as modern-day military enlistees, they were cut from a harder timber, a kind of hard wood that doesn't exist anymore. As for the many thousands of modern-day corporate-funded mercenaries who play at every form of military skullduggery imaginable at home and abroad, that's another subject. The fury of the film's title is the nickname given to an American platoon's M4 Sherman tank that serves as their fetid mobile home and method of survival. Although it's not based on any historically accurate narrative about an actual mission or even a real-life tank platoon, Ayer's composite historic sketch brings together interesting factual elements. For example, Michael Peña's Fury crew member Trini Gordo Garcia represents one of the more than 350,000 Mexican men who fought for the American armed forces during World War II. It's April 1945. Allied victory is months away. Germany's sturdier Leopard and Tiger tanks are eating up tin-can American Shermans at a rate of 10-1 on the Western Front. American soldiers are vastly outgunned and out-armored. In the role of 3rd Platoon tank leader, Sergeant Don War Daddy Collier, Brad Pitt's compact portrayal errs on the side of Audie Murphy rather than the campy Lieutenant Aldo Raine character he played in Quentin Tarantino's war fantasy *Inglourious Bastards*. Audie Murphy was a decorated World War II soldier turned Hollywood actor who enjoyed great success starring in westerns. It's not that War Daddy isn't just as obsessed with killing Nazis as Lieutenant Raine, it's all he lives for, apart from keeping himself and his crew alive. Having led the same handful of men through years of battles against German soldiers in Africa, Belgium, and the Netherlands before losing his prized machine gunner in combat, War Daddy is as battle-hardened as they come. Still, like the traumatized men who make up his tightly wound crew, Sergeant Collier is damaged goods. Ayer establishes War Daddy's cold-blooded instincts in a shocking opening scene where the American soldier rises from a corpse-covered German battlefield to ambush a German soldier riding on a white horse.
Wait till you see it.
See what?
What a man can do to another man.
I'm scared.
I'm scared too.
It will end soon, but before it does, a lot more people gotta die.
War Daddy slams his knife blade deep inside the Nazi's skull through his eye socket with blinding speed. Kill or be killed. The latest threat to Sergeant Collier's tank crew comes from Norman Ellison, played by Logan Lerman, a tenderfoot army typist trained to type 60 words a minute. Norman is assigned to take over machine gun duties in the Fury. His first task is to wash all the blood off the tank. The severed face of a Nazi soldier, eyeball included, must be disposed of. The film's centerpiece sequence exposes the paradox at the heart of the story. It takes place inside a quiet German apartment where a mother and her teenage daughter hide in justifiable fear. Having taken notice of the women from the street below, War Daddy takes Norman upstairs to introduce themselves to the German female civilians. The mother toils in the kitchen to prepare food for her American guests, while Norman and the woman's daughter, Emma, get acquainted. The similarly aged young couple shares an intimate attraction in spite of their country's warring condition. War Daddy shaves and takes a sponge bath in the dining room. His back is covered in thick burn scars. He advises Norman to take the good, clean German girl to the bedroom, or else he will. By the time a meal is prepared, Norman and Emma have inked their mutual temptation in bodily fluids. As if smelling the scent of sex, the Furies' remaining 3 crew members burst in the apartment, demanding their next turn with the girl. The freshly cooked meal and the availability of alcohol temporarily distract them. The tension that mounts is unbearable. This is the scene that explains why David Ayer made the film and why Fury is a great movie. Regardless of how united the Furies' crew is in battle, they are otherwise incompatible individuals. The cold value system that enables them to survive in war has made them unfit to ever live in civilized society again. Not even their sergeant can reel in the men's animalistic behavior.
Run before, why are we gonna run now?
We're still in this fight! Still in this fight! Now!
Sex and killing have become analogous acts. Rape and murder are the same thing. Life is cheap. The death that the soldier inflict on their enemy by squirting bullets have become a suicidal psychosexual nightmare dream. War is hell. When will America stop starting them? I give this outstanding war picture an A. My sleeper pick is Birdman, and my guilty pleasure pick is Whiplash. My must-have DVDs are Level 5 from Icarus Films Home Video, A Coffee in Berlin from Music Box Films, and The Last Sentence, also from Music Box Films. In 1921, Charlie Chaplin struck out on his own as a filmmaker. He wrote, produced, directed, and starred in a movie that contained the seeds of his comedy-inspired humanitarian vision for the kinds of stories he wanted to tell. Chaplin also wrote and performed the music for The Kid. By this time, Charlie Chaplin had thoroughly developed his iconic alter ego character, the Tramp. His mastery of mime, broad comedy, slapstick, and vaudeville shtick informed the unique physicality he put into the character. Every film Chaplin made after The Kid has some of its influence at its core. The Kid's tagline announced 6 reels of joy. It was Chaplin's way of letting his audiences know that his first full-length feature film, it runs 68 minutes, was meant to make them feel good about the society they lived in and about their neighbors. Another clue came at the beginning of the film. A subtitle informs the audience about what they should expect to experience. Quote, a picture with a smile and perhaps a tear. The story for The Kid is not as simple as it seems. An unmarried woman with a child was widely considered a social pariah in American culture in the early half of the 20th century, especially if she was poor. However, Charlie Chaplin thought differently about such conditions. Just such a woman, played by Edna Purviance, abandons her newborn son in the back of a classy car with a note for the ostensibly wealthy owner to raise her socially doomed baby. In Keystone Cop fashion, the car is stolen and the thieves put the baby on the street. Along comes Chaplin's happy-go-lucky tramp to rescue the boy and give him a name, John. The story jumps 5 years. Now, John works as the tramp's little criminal partner, breaking windows that Chaplin's glass repairman is soon hired to replace. During this time, the boy's mother becomes a successful actress. If anyone can possibly reunite the child with his mother, it must surely be Chaplin's physically vivacious, industrious, and emotionally caring little tramp. Chaplin discovered the child actor Jackie Coogan working in vaudeville not long after Chaplin's firstborn son died, just 3 days after he was born. As much as Chaplin might have transposed the heartbreak and affection he felt for his deceased son on the bright-eyed Jackie Coogan, his casting choice could not have been better founded in the boy's natural talent. At just 4 years old, Jackie Coogan's acting skills were light years ahead of his age. The naturalistic chemistry that Chaplin and Coogan share is as authentic as such a thing can get. It brings a lump to your throat just seeing how instinctive and responsive their characters are to one another. Indeed, the two remained friends for the rest of their lives. The Kid is significant in cinema history because it is one of the first films to combine comedy and drama as a succinct filmic form. It is a nurturing comic film that never gets old, regardless of how many times you watch it. Thanks for watching, and visit ColeSmithy.com for more.